Hi guys, welcome back to the C Morning Show right here on See Today. Now guys, if you have little kids at home and you do not know what to give them more, going to the mall is so normal, right? Or doing gardening, you don't really like that, because this would be a perfect choice for you as parents, because journalists have been playing a vital role in keeping the public informed about global events through the pictures and also narratives. But have you ever wondered if children could engage in these journalistic activities?
Yes, as today we will be discussing the topic with Kelas Jurnalis Cilik, a non-profit community founded in 2018 by journalist Syamsuddin Ilyas. The community provides free 4-month journalism courses to children in Cilincing, North Jakarta. Joining us in the studio today is Mas Iqro Rinaldi, a volunteer from Kelas Jurnalis Cilik. Good morning, Mas Iqro.
Good morning. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, thank you for joining us to the studio today. And first things first, I'd like to ask, what is Kelas Jurnalis Cilik, and could you tell us more about it and its mission?
Our mission is try to giving a lesson about journalism. Every little thing about journalism, like writing, photography, or how to making a video, to children around age 5 to 14 maybe.
14, right?
And we just specifically giving lesson for children inside the Cilincing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So age 5 until 14.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that those kind of range of age, you've thought about it, right? So I know there's a mission to it. But what is the mission behind it? And why do you think journalism is very important for kids around 5 until 14?
Well, as we know, you can see how the technology and media growing up so fast, and we cannot deny with technology and media itself, it's with some devices, maybe like a cell phone, and many children is already can use the cell phone, and we also try to what you can create from the cell phone itself, and why we use journalism as a guidance, because as you know, journalism have it's like a structure or maybe a system inside of it, and we just make the children to create something and stick in a line with journalism.
Okay.
Right.
So this Kelas Jurnalis Cilik, Kelas Jurnalis Cilik, have been going for how many years now?
I hope we can go in for 7 years.
7 years
7
already,
years.
right?
Wow.
So that means you've scored lots of mini journalists. Right?
Little journalists.
Little journalists, yes. And why do you think journalism itself, why is it important to children, and why is it important to teach them at a very young age?
Well, maybe Mr. Syamsuddin Ilyas is also hope. Maybe we can help to create like a next generation or maybe a regeneration for the journalism itself. And Mr. Ilyas Syamsuddin also want to make the children inside the Cilincing to can growing up and going to the really center of a city with a background in journalism.
Okay.
Right.
So you did mention Cilincing.
Yeah.
Is it just in Cilincing area or just in Cilincing
Just
area?
in Cilincing
Why is
area.
that?
Yeah.
But we also moving not really in one area, but really around in Cilincing.
Okay.
In different area, but Mr. Ilyas is also living in Cilincing, and maybe he want to give some appreciation for people, especially children inside the Cilincing.
Okay.
Right, because if for you folks who don't know, Cilincing area is area that is less fortunate mostly than other areas in Jakarta. So I think it's quite interesting to have only in Cilincing area, and so, for example, other kids coming from different areas of Jakarta, probably from the south, can they join the class? Or is it strictly only for kids in the area?
Unfortunately, no. Maybe yes, as a volunteer, but not for the children.
Right.
Okay, so the so-called students of
Yeah.
yours
Yeah.
are only specific kids who are less fortunate and they need to stay in the Chilincing area, right?
Sure.
So you select your students.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So guys, I don't know if you can see it here, because what we can see here from our walls in the studio is there's volunteers holding cameras, actually professional cameras, and also the children's are also holding cameras as well, but it is made out of cardboards,
Yeah.
right? Now, tell us about the idea to teach them using, professional cameras, but made out of cardboards.
Well, it's like a part of lesson when we're not directly let the children using a real camera.
Right.
Well, it's like we try to teaching how to use it by try to handle a camera with boxes. And it's like why you didn't take a shot, and they really take a shot with the boxes camera.
Right. So is it actually like functioning like real cameras where you can actually like twist the camera?
No.
No.
It's,
All
it's,
right.
It's just how
So
you-
the
perfectly
basic.
dummy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just
How you can see something inside the frame of the camera.
Okay.
So how are they really interested in using the camera, and how is the the interest in kids, yes, in learning journalism?
Sure, that we try in the first, because my responsibility is as a documentation in Kelas Jurnalis Cilik, and
Okay.
I hold a camera, and I telling to them, do you want to hold this? Do you want to use this? Well, you can use this camera box first
Okay.
until the time that you can use my camera.
Okay, so there's a period of time
Yeah.
until they can be lifted to the real
course,
professional
yeah.
cameras. But Mas Iqro, we want to know more about this Kelas Jurnalis Cilik. So for the mentors or the teachers like you, so there are volunteers, teachers, right? So in one class, how many teachers are they and how many kids?
Let me make it clear. We really hold a responsibility as a volunteer, but we invite the real mentor to the children.
Right.
Okay.
We use we make like a schedule to the topic in every week, and we decide to who we will invite for this topic,
Right.
and we will call the different mentor.
Okay.
And these are mentors from the industry,
Yes.
like real people from journalism.
A writer, a photographer, and they really have a strong background in
Right.
journalism.
Right.
Of course. So in one class or one session is due to how many minutes?
About we start from 3 p.m. until 5,
Oh, 2
5:30.
hours
Okay.
then,
Yeah.
120.
So it's
Right.
almost like an extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Definitely, as I mentioned before. So parents sometimes they tend to think, what else can we give to
Yeah.
the children? Why not trying journalism?
Journalism,
right?
it's
Yeah.
Very
definitely
good.
something new. It's not something that even for the fortunate kids have access to.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're still going to talk more about this journalism. So how can one nurture an interest in journalism, but to the specific among kids? Because of course it is more of a homework to actually, let the kids sit down and listen and
Give the
direct.
camera. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's why we make the class in the weekend, in the Saturday.
Right.
Okay.
They are really already free from their
Schedules.
work from
Yeah.
and we really need more patience to handle this.
Of course.
children.
Of course.
course.
Yeah.
And we really use you can use this camera once again, and so yeah, they can sit really quietly.
Okay.
I like the idea, Archie.
Yeah.
It's like Mas Iqro and your community is actually giving, what do you call that? Giving additional skills
Yeah.
to the less fortunate children, and that in the future, of course, they know they have the skill.
Yeah.
And in the future, who knows that actually they can become, it's going to be a good profession, right?
Definitely.
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 Yes.
I mean, Indonesia is a big country, and I think we always need a good journalist.
Of course.
That's very obvious. So, Mas Iqro, I'm curious. Well, because you're teaching photography, right, to the kids, and some of them are teaching writing, some of them are teaching maybe basic presenting. But for you yourself, what are the challenges in teaching these kids? You know, these are kids from the Cilincing area, and sometimes kids very young, 5 years of age. So, what do you find the most challenging?
We try to make the children really understand about journalism. I mean, there's like a word or sentences they're not really easily to understanding, and that's really the most challenging. And for me, the most challenging thing is how we can make the photo exhibition as a result from the lesson happen, because we really standing as an independent community.
Yes.
We're not really under the corporation or maybe company. We didn't getting any funding at all.
Right.
I think
Now,
that's the most-
to your sentence that you said, photography,
Yeah.
there's the result, Archie,
Yeah.
which is displayed on our table right here. So, may I?
Sure.
Okay.
That's-
So, guys, I think this
Oh,
is
there's a couple.
brilliant and beautiful. Can you actually see that? Oh, you can't really see
Oh,
that,
wait.
right? So,
I think
Sorry,
you
you-
did it.
oh, it is the other way
Yes,
around.
the other
There
way around.
you go.
And then
See
sorry.
another way
Reverse.
around. You twisted.
And another way
There you
around.
go.
There you go. Still love me, kids? Still love me? There you go. Can you see that? Look at that. Right. So this is, can you tell me more about this?
I
Mas
mean,
Iqro?
we're talking about the reality in the Cilincing.
Right.
Maybe you can
This is
see, I'm
another one.
sorry, but this is like a seawall.
Right.
Maybe people can walk around this area, but
Right.
you cannot see what is the true reality after, except you see this
Wall. Yeah.
Okay.
So who's actually in charge of this photo? Because by composition, I think it's beautiful.
It is.
Well, the children is learning about photography, writing, and anything about journalism for 3 months or 3.5. Then the rest of us, as a volunteer, try to accompanying the children to make a
Okay.
photo hunting.
Okay. So photo hunt, in my, if you say photo hunt, obviously what pops in my head is obviously, in the future, exhibition. So do the children, did they have the, any chances for them to do the exhibitions, or will do more exhibitions maybe?
Of course, I mean, this is for the first, and
Right?
we try to selling this picture
Right.
in an auction.
Yeah.
Maybe for indirectly can help the children what they can get. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so this piece of beautiful art, what do you call that? A cloth, a scarf?
We use maybe like a fabric. Maybe this is
Fabric?
the first one for us. We cannot use a property like a paper.
Right.
Sure.
So you print it out here.
Yeah.
Right, so you can actually like frame this, right?
Yeah.
And then be a beautiful decoration somewhere in the house, which is a very good idea.
We did
Now,
frame.
yeah. Now, Mas Iqro, of course, there are many upcoming projects or plans for you and also for the Kelas Jurnalis Cilik itself. Can you tell us more about that?
Maybe we can open recruitment for the next volunteer
Yeah.
next year. Maybe after the election, fasting and Eid al-Fitri. And maybe if you want to know our new update, maybe you can follow our Instagram in
What is
Kelas
it?
Jurnalis Cilik.
Okay.
At Kelas Jurnalis Cilik.
We will posting any kind of new update, and we really open for every people who want to taking part of us. Yeah.
Probably for
They're
us
welcome.
here at See Today, probably one of us wants to go and volunteer for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Can do that. Okay, so thank you so,
Thank you so
very
much, Mas Iqro.
Iqro, for the
Yes.
insight, and all the best for you and also your team, right?
And the
Thank
children
you.
too.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So, guys, right now we're up for another short break. But in the meantime, don't forget to follow our social media accounts if you haven't already done so. We're on Instagram, X, and YouTube at See Today News. So stay tuned with us on the Odyssey Morning Show.